quick market review on gold, GMGM. All right. So let's start with daily time frame, or let's start on weekly time frame first. So we get the whole story of what gold did. So this was the zone I was expecting a reaction from on gold. I was expecting market to sweep this low, but eventually market did this. So market this, and it used a liquidity on 4 hours. It is visible on 4 hours. All right. So immediately this closed this way, I started looking to join the trade. All right. This is the higher time frame story. So let's go down to daily. I got in on some trades here. Yes. So here now you can see the liquidity price used this as liquidity. Then this was the first push. After this first push, it retraced and used, let's go down to, I think 4 hours or 1 hour. I want to show us everything. Yeah. So price used this. After this first push, and if you've been trading good very well, it usually use this style of entry. Even if you don't trade it, this style of entry is one of the very, very good entry that you must learn, whereby market reacts from your higher time frame POI, bounce, then you wait for a retracement, and then you ride it up. So most times price use an FVG in this zone. It uses an FVG in this zone. All right. So this will be your entry. Even usually, whenever you have a very wide entry or very wide POI rather, you can use this. All right. Put your stop loss here, just ride it up. This is some good entry model I just taught you now. So backtest it and say thank you. All right. So price did that. I wasn't in yet. Apart from the fact that I don't enter too early, because then I thought price is still going for my initial POI. So I wasn't in it and I wasn't so chance to trade. So I was looking at the other reactions price was giving, moving, respecting whatever I was respecting. I wasn't interested yet as well until I saw this break. I saw this new break. When I saw this break, wow. I said price is ready for this bullish leg. Then this becomes an inducement for that POI. All right, and this POI is not just here. It originated from this daily time frame. Can you see it? This daily time frame POI, FVG rather. So this was where it was. The origin was this daily time frame, this FVG here. And also one of the POI gold respects most is FVG. One of it, especially when it is ready, when it is on motion. Instead of those deep mitigation, it is only when price is just getting itself ready for continuation. When it is ready, when it is fully in motion, it's only bounce back, use FVG and move. And we will be seeing multiples of that kind of entry this new week because of the fundamentals going on. That's specifically Iran and Israel plus US, all of those war. We are expecting a spike because when all other market fails, gold is the safety, is the almighty safety, savior for all of them. So we expect some crazy bullish. And the funniest thing was that I talked about this in my community. I even said it like a joke that I'm coming from the future, the kind of liquidity gold is about to express. God, it's crazy. But I told them that now you're aware. Find an entry and lock in. Now, so you've gotten the entry here. Let's go back to 4 hours so I can show you clearly. So price used this, push up. Now, from this entry, it started ranging. Now, first of all, price has respected an higher time frame entry and it bounced. You can see it rejected, price rejected from this zone. So that already tells you that you just have to look for any zone here to ride down along with. So you can then start going to any lower time frame of your choice, pick your entry and ride it up. But while we were waiting, all of these were a form of accumulation. All of these were a form of accumulation first. So price was accumulating here. Then it manipulates. Now I'm using this to explain this concept of accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Everything, Lamo. So you just have to be conscious of everything. I might not use accumulation, manipulation, distribution to define this and still define it in another way. Maybe using this triangle, funnel, whatever they call it. It also works. So you can call it any name. Just know how it works and make money from it. It's as simple as that. So price manipulated to the opposite side, and there's a rule for this accumulation manipulation. When price mitigates to the opposite direction, whatever price mitigates manipulates to, its the distribution is to the opposite end. Now, this is the let me delete all of this. So this is the manipulation. This is the manipulation. Price swap liquidity here. So if you're a lower time frame trader, I'm sure you will get some kind of entry here. You get some kind of entry here that you could use. And even apart from that, there's an entry I got here using just this basic SMC, you know. This is your first record structure. And this is your second record structure. This is your second record structure. So I expected price to trade back, and I got an entry around there as well. So I got an entry around there. Hey, hope I'm recording. Good. All right, good. Thank God, because I might be posting this on our socials. Someone said they can't see or hear anything. Please, can we hear me? Can you see and hear me very clear?
Yes.
All right. So probably the network of the person. So now price manipulates or mitigate whichever thing you want to call it, depending on what. Then you started seeing push to this upside. Even if you are what do they call this? QMR, QMC. More like that. You have an entry here as well. You have an entry here as well. So this is a liquidity sweep. This is a liquidity sweep. Now you start looking for entry. Because after price has swept liquidity, or in this instance, swept liquidity, you know that you start looking for continuation to ride along. Because now it is like saying it has fresh fuel to ride. That's fresh enough fuel to ride. So you just have to be on the motion, of course. And while trying to be in motion, you need to be conscious of some early jump in. You need to know that you're doing it, you balance it. Don't say because price has swept liquidity, I just have to find, or even maybe you got in and then you just feel like, because price has swept liquidity, I can put my SL anywhere. No. You need to put it at the actual invalidation zones. All right. So from here now, let's check 4 hours. So I think on 45 or 30 minutes. So let's check 30 minutes. I think that was where, yes. So these are the continuation you could fetch. I said QMR, QMC, they had an entry here. So this is one of it. If you want to learn more about this entry, it is on our YouTube channel. So you should go watch it if you haven't. So it is there. You get in. So a couple of other entries here as well. You get in. This one is more like using this FVG. You're getting, and I've taught you how to use FVG and where to place your SL. If you haven't, serve yourself. It's on the YouTube. So there are free resources everywhere for you to make yourself a good trader. So it is now the ball is in your court, right? So we saw all of this till this pump came into the market. All right. So after this pump, and all of this happened on Friday when the war was about to boom. So now the next entry we're looking into, let's start from daily now to choose the potential POIs we have for the new week. And with all of the shenanigans happening during this midweek now, I expect the market to open with a gap. But that doesn't mean you now start chasing price. Please, don't chase price. Wait. All right, wait. Your entry might looks like it is far gone, but price will come there. So far, you are correct. Wait. So on daily, we have nothing, but on this 4 hours, we have FVG. We have this FVG, and this was filled actually. There's no FVG here. Let me show you. So there was no FVG here. Let me delete this so we can have our focus where it should be. All right. So this 4 hours FVG is what I will expect market to retrace back into this horizon. And also, if you are a breakout and retest trader, you still have your entry here. You get that? So you still have your entry here. Now, when we now go down to time frame like 30 minutes, you see the FVG clearly and the liquidity above it that breaks structure as well. So there's something to attract price. But because of the fundamentals in play during this weekend, we can see a push. And we might not see the push. We never can tell. But until market opens, be predictive and be flexible in it. What we see is what will prompt us. So if you want to know what I'll be trading for next week, if you are not yet in the general channel or in Trade with Chief Cohorts, where I'll be sharing the trades exactly how I'll be getting in on my stops and all of it, make sure you join. All right, get in. So this is the POI I am having for the week. Absolutely, this is the POI I'm having for the week. So I expect some pushback, then we ride it up. It's as simple as that. When market opens and it forms some other things and they are clear, maybe it opens with a gap, then we can say that we start trading based on the fact it gives us. But if there is none, we stick to this. All right, we stick to this. As a trader, you are within you are within two objections. Either you wait or you ride along. And doing these two things, what we define that for you, what we determine whichever one you take is your experience. And I'm being real, it is basically your experience. Nothing else will tell you than your experience. So, and that's why you learn trading simply by trading, not by doing any other thing than trading, actual trading, not by watching video, not by any other thing than trading. That's it. You learn driving by driving. Abi? You learn to eat by eating. So you learn trading by trading. Be in the process. Okay? If you don't have an account yet, join some prop firm competition. Just get your hand into something and be putting in the work like crazy. Trust me, there are some free money that we made. Because I was there in 3-5 years back. That was when I started my own real hustle. Some started 7, 10, and so on. They made some cool free money. There were some airdrops then that was crazy. Now, the kind of free money we are making now, you cannot make it again in the next 3, 4, 10 years. And a decade will close. Maybe you've not think about it. A decade will round up. in the next 4 years. So this is 2026, 2030, a decade will round up, another one will start. And all of these things are cycle. I'm telling you what the people that are orchestrating a lot of things behind what they think about, what they use as a measure. So you think like them, else you just be where you are. And I'm sure you don't like that. So let's check, do a lot of check-ins, right? God bless us. So I do hope we understand that. And is there any question?